Audible offers an incredible selection of audiobooks across every genre.
As an Audible member, you can choose one title a month to keep from their entire catalog. The time is now, more than ever, to embrace the breathtaking, sinister, and shocking tales that have enthralled you, especially with brand new exclusive thrillers from best-selling authors who are guaranteed to keep you gripped.
Right now, one thing that I'm very interested in taking a listen to is The Daughters of Bloc Island, which is currently #1 on the mystery, thriller, and suspense list. So that is definitely going into my queue. New members can try Audible free for 30 days.
Visit audible.com/crappens or text crappens to 500-500. That's audible.com/crappens or text crappens to 500-500.
It's 3 o'clock somewhere. Time for a My Mochi ice cream snack. My Mochi ice cream is cool, creamy scoops of premium ice cream wrapped in sweet, pillowy dough. And get this, all of My Mochi's fabulous flavors, like strawberry, mango, double chocolate, and cookies and cream, are only around 80 calories per piece. Talk about a guilt-free, indulgent experience. Each box of My Mochi ice cream has 6 perfectly portioned, gluten-free mochis that are great for grab and go. So feel good while curbing your afternoon cravings, or the midnight munchies. Yeah, you know who you are, with the joyfully chill sensation of My Mochi ice cream. Find My Mochi ice cream at Target or visit mymochi.com to locate a grocery store near you.
The Coca-Cola Company, Keurig Dr. Pepper, and PepsiCo are bringing consumers more choices with less sugar than ever before. From sparkling, flavored, and bottled waters to zero-sugar sports drinks, teas, and sodas, consumers are taking advantage of these choices. In fact, nearly 60% of beverages sold contain zero sugar. To learn more, visit balanceus.org.
Watch what happens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that happens? Watch what happens. Who cares what happens when there's so much that happens?
All right, hello and welcome to Crappy Hour. I'm Ronnie and that's Ben. Hi, Ben.
Hi, Ronnie. How are you?
What do you have tonight in your Bravo gossip? Everybody, welcome to the show. This is our Bravo News and Gossip show, live every Monday night on Instagram Live. Okay, yeah. It's in the title, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. This is our last time in America for a while, for this month.
Yeah. So, maybe we'll do a Crappy Hour in Europe. Who knows? But we are headed to Europe later this week. I'm going to start my journeys on Wednesday night, and I'm going to do this leapfrogging over there. First layover in New York, pick up Dom, then head to Scandinavia. So it's really exciting, and it's also scary because there's so much stuff. It feels like we have to get done before then. But we have so much going on, and I guarantee. Everyone should get ready. Everyone should be totally ready, because the moment we step foot in Europe is the moment that some crazy Bravo scandal is going to break. And of course, we'll be in Europe and we'll be like stuck, and we'll be trying to like plug things into outlets and trying to do like emergency podcasts, but like we can't do it because something's wrong or we can't get on the Wi-Fi. So you guys are all in luck. This means a Bravo scandal is around the corner.
Yeah, whenever we don't want to be bothered with something is when it all goes down, people. Is what you're trying to say there, Ben?
Yeah. But there's like the Bravo gossip, like plenty of Bravo gossip to kick off this week. A lot of stuff in the news so far. Big news.
Well, what would you
week,
like to start
news.
with, sir?
Well, let's see. The biggest thing. Well, I don't know. You don't like to start with the biggest things first. So let's start with something that's more small and fun, which is that Schwartz apparently blocked Joe, which is, gosh, he kick someone when they're down. Gosh, you reject someone, then you're going to block them. He rejected.
Oh, well, you didn't watch the live, I take it?
Oh, I participated in the live.
Link that I sent you?
Oh, I was.
You participated in it.
I was watching the live. I was there.
You were?
Yes. I saw it.
So then, which one did you see? The one after he blocked her?
It's, okay, maybe.
She's on live a lot.
Oh,
Joe's
okay.
on live.
I saw a live where she was in her bedroom and it was really incoherent. And so it was a lot like, Oh my God, guys, this is wild. Look, here's my dog. Here's my dog. Look how cute he is. Charlie, or whatever his name is. Like, he's so cute. He's so cute. Okay. All right. Focus. Okay, guys, I have something to tell you about. And it's like, I said that so weird. It was like, why am I talking like that? Like, I'm a robot. I'm talking like this. Okay. Look at the dog. Oh my God. Look at the dog. Is this the cutest dog? The cutest dog. I watched it for 10 minutes and nothing happened. So I signed off. But I think that was the live where that this is referring to.
Yeah, I guess she's just going on live all the time talking about Schwartz and the relationship and Katie and her opinions on this and her opinions on that, which is, I mean, what you do when you're on the show. I don't know when you earn that right to just be talking about it all the time on your live. But I remember the first time I ever saw her was before she was on the show and she went on live and she's like, hi, guys. Hi, I'm Joe. And be nice, guys. But this is my first time that I've ever been here, and I'm so nervous. You guys aren't gonna like me, but oh my God, it's in my hair. I have a hat. I'm gonna wear a hat. Oh my God, my hair. Oh my God, I can't. And then she came on the next day, and she's like, "Wow, guys, you hate me." I will never forget it. I laughed so hard. I was like, who is this fucking kook that just walked into my life to change it forever? And it was Joe. And so apparently, you know, after all this Vanderpump Rules stuff has gone down, she's just going, I don't want to say she's going crazy. She's just going Joe all over the Instagram, like, and then let's talk about blowjobs, you know. And then I guess she was talking about his girlfriend because, of course, he's dating a 5-year-old, you know, as they do. Well, I shouldn't say that because that's pedophilia. But he's dating a very young person. And she's like 23 because, of course, he is. Because what adult male on Bravo is going to date somebody even close to being age appropriate while they've still got the chance to date anybody in kindergarten? So that's what he's doing. And she mentioned it. And so he wrote her this text saying, bro, like, I'm unfollowing you, so you're not going to get any attention from me anymore. Stop talking about me. Stop talking about my girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. And on one hand, I get it. Like, protect your bunnies. You know what I mean? Do not let your bunnies get boiled. At some point, you have to say something. But at the same time, you started this, and I was kind of on Glenn Close's side at the end of the day. And guess what? The rest of us eat bunnies all the time. Why the fuck are we going to judge someone else for boiling one properly? You know, Glenn Close seemed to do a pretty good job with that bunny. And you started it just like fucking Michael Douglas did, and you deserve it just like Michael Douglas did, sir. Okay? All your lying and your fucking gaslighting for that whole season. I saw it. So did everybody else. Even Katie was kind of on this girl's side a couple of weeks ago. I saw in an interview. Even fucking Katie was like, yeah, I kind of get where she's coming from now. And then in this live, Joe's like, yeah, guess who was right? Katie. Katie was right. Katie was kind of right, guys. Katie's winning over a lot of hearts and minds this season. So anyway, it's just been super fun to watch. I mean, it's just a train wreck that just keeps on wrecking. And God, I love it.
Yeah, Joe is a fascination. I'm hoping that she comes back for the next season of Vanderpump Rules, but we don't even know what the deal is with that. I mean, another thing that happened today that people were talking about is that Ariana dropped Vanderpump Rules from her bio on Instagram, further fueling the suspicions that she has left the show, which you know, after last week's finale, it felt very, very much like she had marched off of our screens.
Well, you know, I'm getting better at clicking the links that I post because, of course, then I read the full article and someone was like, guys, everybody took it off of their Instagram bios. And I think that's kind of what they do. You know, it's like Housewives at the end of the season. They're asking for more money. Also, Ariana's doing 97 things. You know, it's like hashtag Love Island, hashtag, you know, Chili's, hashtag, you know, better than Applebee's. Wait, which one did they do the commercial for?
I think
she
that
said
was
Applebee's
Chili's
on the show, but Katie and Sheena are the ones doing the Chili's drink, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say it would be some really awkward branding mishaps if like Ariana was like extolling the virtues of Applebee's on the show, but then shilling, you know, like TGIFs, you know, in real life. Like, how awkward for all of us. Am I right?
Yeah, guys, really. And I was an Applebee's employee, so gotta stick with Applebee's, even though, let's be honest, they called me Bad Apple, fired me.
Yeah.
And Chili's has better food. Not by a long shot, but I've never seen an overuse of mayonnaise since Meemaw made me breakfast before every church Sunday, as I have at Applebee's. There's a lot of mayonnaise going on there.
yeah.
Applebee's, rethink it.
I used
think
to
that's
love
why you're
Applebee's.
closing.
I used to love their onion peels and their little sauces, but I had it recently and I was like, okay, maybe there was a lot, I think maybe my palate's changed a little bit. It wasn't quite as like exhilarating as it used to be for me. But yeah, so we still don't know what's
Is
going.
anything?
No.
Is anything as exhilarating as it used to be?
It definitely is not. Nothing is as exhilarating as it used to be. That's the sad part of life.
Although I did start taking testosterone.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
Well, I mean, can't you see I'm like so manly now? It's like my life has changed. Things are like,
Super
I'm young
manly.
again. Just kidding, guys. I was exhausted when I was young too, if that helps. Okay, go ahead, Ben. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say. So I mean, who knows what's going on with Ariana and the show? But I mean, I think everyone's suspecting that she is not coming back. Officially, someone who's not coming back is NECA. It is finally official that she did not get asked back for Real Housewives of Potomac. So we all knew that was coming. And like I've said before, I kind of feel bad for her. I feel like she just was thrown into a shitty season. And, like you've said, she's not funny. And that was one of her fatal flaws, because you can still be on a shit season and be funny. But she really was on a shit season, and so it just did not.
But she was a big part of that shit season. She was a big piece of the meat in that shit sandwich. So I say, bye-bye. Guess what? No second chances here, lady. Get out of here, sucker. Although Wendy's had about 5 chances, so I don't know. But Wendy didn't waste all her chances. She was good most of the time. And, there's still a chance that she might be. But I just read that Giselle threw a bunch of people out of her first party in Potomac too. So she threw all the new people out. So
wow.
I guess the new people came on and decided not to take Giselle's bullshit. So that's going to be super fun.
Oh, I'm like I'm nervous that Potomac is already filming. I feel like Potomac needs some more time off. I think Potomac needs like to find its voice, to find its focus, because I mean last season was so bad. I feel like it's too soon. It's like after a breakup, you need like some time apart. You need some healing and you need to restore yourself, and for them to jump right back in, especially when Bravo just made this big stink about how Vanderpump Rules is on pause, because like that's, it's like really good. It's really helpful to have them just like live their lives a little bit and figure out what the story is. Like, how about you do that for Potomac? Because I think Potomac needs it more.
I don't believe in taking time to get better. I think that more breaks hurt people. I don't want my housewives healed. Okay. Healed housewives, bad. Come back more damaged. And if that means throwing you right back into it, then so be it. I need you damaged.
So be it. Yeah.
A lot of people in here are asking about Dave Quinn. Is Dave Quinn still missing?
He's still missing.
What the hell, Dave Quinn? Dave Quinn, come back to the 5 and dime. Dave Quinn. Where'd you go, buddy?
He never texted me back when I texted him 2 weeks ago, and there's like no signs of him. It is actually very strange. Like, where's our sweet
Someone
Dave
in
Quinn?
comments here is saying that he was at Marge's viewing party. So
It's
I
just
guess
strange.
he's okay.
Yeah, but it's like it's just strange that he would just fully disappear from like his beat right when he was on the verge of being very excited about breaking some news, and then like he just disappears. Like maybe he got fired. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know that he got fired. I mean, I hope not. I'm not going to put that in the universe.
No.
Hold on, I'm going to put Dave Quinn People Magazine, because they have a thing where you can see like their latest articles being written or whatever. So look, Dave Quinn, senior editor, blah, blah, blah. He's still on People. So let's see, where's his arguments? Go ahead, Ben. Say what you were going to say.
I did some Googling. I found nothing. Dave Quinn is missing. He continues to be missing. Yeah. He's the new Richard Simmons. Yeah, maybe he's just like in his house and decided to like say, you know what, I've had enough. I was going to break some news and it was too much for me. But people are saying he's published articles recently. So maybe he just got like a reprimand on social media. Maybe he was doing too much.
I don't know, but he's not here. But he's okay. I mean, if you show up to Marge's party, I think you're okay, right? I don't think like, no desperate. Well, I was going to say no desperate people show up to Marge's party. I'm sure anybody who shows up to Marge's party is desperate in a way, just because it's a housewives party and that's what you do. It's like a kind of desperation that keeps people going to those, isn't it?
Yeah, precisely.
No offense. Anybody at those parties, including us when we're there, we're like, hi. anybody like us?
I know. It's like me at every single party. I'm like, hi, I'm Ben.
We really don't. We can only we have fun visiting those freak shows, but gotta back slowly out of most of those. Unless it's a Leah Black freak show. Those are my favorite kind. Because it's like she's not on that show anymore, so that makes it more fun.
Right.
It makes it more fun because they can like really shit talk and they don't care as much about what they're saying. Okay, no one's asking about that. So what's next?
A big scandal. Like there's like a prime scandal, a prime bit of news that happened. But before we get to that, let's do the big scandal. The big scandal that I think is crossed over into different realms of pop culture is that you may have all heard by now that there is a gambling scandal happening with the Dodgers. The Dodgers have like a star baseball player, Ohtani, and news broke like 2 or 3 weeks ago, that his translator had stolen money from him and was gambling it. And it was like big news, which I did not care about because I'm like, okay, well, sucks for the baseball player. I mean, what else? What do you want me to do? Am I supposed to stop everything and read about baseball news? I'm not going to do that. So I was like, whatever. There's a scandal happening. We get it. But in one of those great twists, it trickled on over to Bravo because it turns out that this translator who was stealing money, $17 million or something like that, was booking something along the lines of he was booking his bets through Ryan, Jen Pedrante's fiance on Real Housewives of Orange County. So just in case this new season didn't already have enough with Shannon and Alexis and John Jansen and a DUI and everything, now we have like a sports scandal in the mix with Ryan. How do you feel about this, Ronnie?
So Ryan was a bookmaker? That's the closest anybody on this cast is going to get to a book. I'll tell you that much. Even you talking about it made me kind of like, because it's sports news and I really just don't understand sports news. And you know how they say like gay guys are always really attracted to straight guys? Only like gay guys who play straight guys in porn, I think. Because real straight guys are just so gross. And I just think of like real ones. Like baseball players, I feel like are generally real straight guys. Like they chew stuff and they spit it and they like pee everywhere and they smell funny. And I don't understand what they're saying when they talk. You know, they're just like, that's what it sounds like to me. I don't know what they're talking about. Mm-hmm. And I'm scared of them, you know, because they've thrown me around a lot, not in a good way. Yeah. And so I get scared. And so whenever I hear like really straight guy things, I get, I don't want to say traumatized, but I curl up into a little ball and like kind of start rocking back and forth and like, I don't know, muttering lyrics to random Christmas carols and stuff like that. So I don't really pay that much attention. That said, I knew he was a shady little fucker. We all did. I mean, look at that guy. Shady liar. Only shady people send limp dick pictures to other people. Mm. Only shady. Like, you can't even get it up for a dick pic, sir. You're lazy, and you're shady.
Yeah. I don't know what this is going to mean for him, but the cameras did pick up again. We picked up the cameras to cover this, which I'm actually excited about because it's nice that they're picking up the cameras not for a divorce, but they're picking it up for an international sports scandal. And of course, Jen Pedranti is going to stand by Ryan, and I think she said I'm going to stand by him to the end, which means that we're going to have scenes of like, I'm like a ride or die. And like, I believe innocent until proven guilty. And like, Ryan was just doing his job. Someone came in and just like made a bet. And that's just his job. He just moved money. He had nothing to do with this. And I firmly believe that. But thank you so much. Thank you so much to the FBI for inquiring. It's like really feels great to be recognized.
Guys, we just
seen.
Want to thank you. We've received all of your messages, and we know a lot of them say, F you, hope you die, stuff like that. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for reaching out, because really, any hug is like, any words from you guys is like a hug, and Ryan really needs that right now, and he's really feeling it. It's really meant a lot. If anybody would like to support Ryan and make a bet on something, please feel free.
I am hoping that this trickles down into like a freaking tagline. I hope it's like, I always bet on me, and Ryan collects the money or something like that. I don't know. Like, that probably much better than that. Like, they can work on it. But I'm excited. So one of the things that came out of this, because I think it was Tamara, Alexis Bellino one of them was trending on Twitter this weekend. And I was like, really? Someone from Orange County is trending on Twitter. And because when they picked up the cameras, Tamara wore a hat that said FBI, which was like many interpreted to be a coded message to be like, I always told you so, batch. I always knew something, batch. And
I don't think it was even coded. Wasn't she wearing a hat and then the caption said something like, hey, Batch, maybe we should make some bets on something.
Yeah.
I just hiccuped because I'm drinking Topo Chico. But I think it was not coded. I think it was like, your husband's a bookmaker, stupid.
Yes. And by the way, people are saying in the comments here that he is apparently working with the FBI and he's totally going to flip and sing like a bird, which makes sense.
Oh, I love it. I love when you can add rat to everything else.
Exactly.
That's always fun.
But what I loved is that Jen put on a hat in retaliation that said trash. And her caption is like, oops, did I not blur out the message on my hat good enough? Did I not do that? And it's like, you may be making a diss at Tamara, but you realize you're walking around in a hat that says trash, just so you know.
Like, who's losing this fight? Let's be honest with ourselves.
It's like wearing a hat that's like stupid skank that doesn't know anything. It's like, why are you wearing that, ma'am? I'm just dissing someone on camera.
This is going to be a crazy season of Orange County with all of that going on with Alexis Bellino back. Like, whoever thought, and all the shocking things we've seen on Housewives, to think that anybody would be fighting over John. All people.
I know.
What's his name? John. What's
Jansen.
his name?
His name is John Jansen.
Yeah, it's so weird just saying John. You have to say both names.
John the Paralyzer Jansen.
John Jansen. I'm fine. I'm totally. So John's dating Alexis Bellino.
I'm happy. I'm happy that they found each other. I mean,
I'm glad they found each other. We're still very, very, very close friends. And
yeah, what could go wrong? And don't forget, there's also the Tres Amigas have fallen apart. Remember, they had a fallout with Vicky. So, like, they are so chaotic over there right now. I think it's going to be wonderful. And also just, like, it's been, like, 9 months of Alexis posting stupid shit on her Instagram, saying things like, thank you, John. If it weren't for you, I don't think I would have gone through this Thursday. So I'm excited to see what this dynamic is like on camera because it's so ridiculous on social media.
Well, yeah, it's like you're bragging about the prize you won, and then you see the prize, and it's that. It's like Dave and Buster's toy version of Al Gore. Like, who wants that? Congrats, you won.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
The Coca-Cola Company, Keurig Dr. Pepper, and PepsiCo are bringing consumers more choices with less sugar than ever before. In fact, nearly 60% of beverages sold contain zero sugar. Visit balanceus.org to learn more.
At Amica Insurance, we know it's more than just a house. It's your home, the place that's filled with memories. The early days of figuring it out, to the later years of still figuring it out. For the place you've put down roots, trust Amica Home Insurance. Amica, empathy is our best policy.
What makes a life a good one? Is it the adventure you have? Or the friends you find along the way? Maybe it's pursuing your passion while striving to protect, defend, and save what you believe in every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? In the Coast Guard, we think it's all of the above and more, but you'll have to find out for yourself. Visit gocoastguard.com to learn more.
So there's some funny stuff that came out today. Well, to me, it came out today. I don't know how long it's actually been out. Teresa on Real Housewives of New Jersey. What a fucking nut. Okay, so Teresa and Louis are just, as we're seeing on the show, just going full throttle at anybody who does anything that they perceive as against them. Teresa has her lawyer, doing all this shit for her. He's still like fighting for her or whatever. And apparently he's been DMing people trying to do detective work, trying to find out. Let me just read it to you. This is from Reality T. This all started when a Jersey fan shared some alleged screenshots from James, the lawyer. They appear to show James trying to find evidence of Kate Chastain talking badly about Teresa and Louis. According to the text, he seemed to think that the actress Jessica Chastain was related to Kate Chastain and that they could be working together to plot against the Real Housewives of New Jersey star. So then we see the oh, and this is from Chrissy Balls, Pop Culture with Balls. So this is one of the bloggers I think embroiled in all of this Jersey drama. But the text says, "I need to know if Jessica and Kate Chastain are connected. Also, look on both IGs for anything to do with Teresa and Louis, and either commented on any of those posts. May 18th or 20th. Jessica Chastain, focus on Kate." And she's like, Kate isn't related to Jessica Chastain. So Kate tweeted, Teresa's lawyer seriously thinking me and Jessica Chastain are conspiring to take down Teresa's boyfriend. Might be the funniest thing I've ever heard. Hold for the LOL.
It's
Teresa.
That is one of the best conspiracy theories.
Literally
that
idiotic.
Oscar winner Jessica Chastain is now working with Kate Chastain to take down Teresa and Louis.
Teresa, you're not that important, Teresa.
It's brilliant.
Bless her heart.
That's amazing. Speaking of Kate Chastain, there's a rumor about what the new cast of Traitors is going to be. And I don't know if I believe it or not, because of course it just comes from Bywig, Hello Drama. Not that they're bad, but like meaning that it's not from an official venue.
They have a lot of stuff. You know, they're on my Twitter all the time. I mean, not on mine. They're on my timeline all the time. I get so much stuff from them now. Bywig, Hello Drama. Love ya. Whoever you are,
name.
Whoever you are, hidden person. Sheree Whitfield is your Twitter picture, your ex picture. So I automatically really like you, whoever you are. That's a very smart thing to choose someone that is so lovable like Sheree. I'm like, tell me, Sheree, tell me more.
I would believe it from Sheree. So they put out a tweet that was, or they tweeted, or they X'd, whatever we're calling it. Teresa Giudice will be on the next season of The Traitors with Kenya Moore, Jax Taylor, Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie, Joe Manganiello, Howie Mandel, Javier Poza, Matt Iseman, Kristen Kish, and Holly Robinson Pete and her husband Rodney. So I feel like actually the thing that jumps out at me the most is I just don't believe that Kristen Kish would go on The Traitors.
Why?
Because I feel like Kristen Kish, like Top Chef, is like, I just don't see them like doing other reality competitions unless like the NBCU wanted to have some sort of like cross-pollination, but I think they see themselves as such a part of like elevated upmarket content with Top Chef that I just can't imagine. I just can't imagine Top Chef being like willing to put any of their cast members onto a show where their authority may be questioned.
Well, she's not. She's new generation Top Chef. She's like younger generation. She's of the generation with, celebrity chef agents and shit like that. And so, yeah, I think she'll do whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Javier
so.
Poza?
Make that money, honey. Get out there and make that kishy poo.
Who's Javier Poza? I'm looking him up.
I don't know, but isn't Holly Robinson Pete from Picket Fences?
And 21 Jump Street, sir.
Wait, but is she from Picket Fences? Holly Robinson Pete?
No, that's Anne-Marie. No, Anne-Marie.
No.
No, that's Lauren Holly you're thinking of. I'm like, no.
Lauren Holly. Yeah.
It's Anne-Marie Combs.
Oh, Holly Robinson Pete. Okay, now I Googled her. Okay. Yeah. Oops, sorry. Not even close, guys. Yeah, 21 Jump Street. Hello, Rondell.
I don't know.
God,
who
21
Javier
Jump
Poza
Street. I haven't
is.
seen that in a long time. Sorry, Ben, go ahead.
You know what's so funny is that like I was just thinking about 21 Jump Street. So that's the end of that story. But
that is weird.
Now Matt Iseman, was he the guy from The Bachelor?
Do not know. Let's look him up. Matt Iseman.
No idea who this person is.
Well, here's the other
He's a
thing.
comedian,
I read
sorry.
that Teresa was going to be on Villains. So is she going to be on Villains and Traitors? Because that's a lot of things to be on. Matt Iseman is an American comedian and actor.
And he was the winner of the new Celebrity Apprentice in 2017. And then he was also, that was the Kyle Richards season, wasn't it? With like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know.
I
And he's
watched that
also a moderator on American Ninja Warrior. I like to think when they say he's a moderator, I like to think that they have panel discussions afterwards at like the 97th Street Y or something and discuss American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, they get like super smart about it. This picture on the tweet from Bywig Hello Drama has Jax on it, and it's just so crazy all these years later seeing Jax all over everything again. This is what he looks like.
Yep, he's back.
You can see his face, like you can see his teeth clenching and his face shaking in the still picture. I mean, the guy's just so fucking intense. Who knew this guy would be turning into such a creep? On they've showed so many clips of the classic Vanderpump Rules, and he's same old behavior, but I guess youth maybe. Is it age? Is it the teeth clench? I don't know what it is, why he's scarier now, but he definitely is.
There's something about like the facial treatments that's have sort of like he's sort of like morphing into like a Norman Rockefeller, like a crazed Norman Rockefeller painting, like with
say Norman Rockefeller, everybody's like nice looking, right?
No, I know, that's why he looks crazed. He sort of like has these rosy cheeks that are like very shiny. Like everyone in Norman Rockefeller paintings looks kind of shiny and cherubic and red, and he's sort of like getting into that space in a weird way.
Well, maybe if it was like Norman Rockefeller, but it's like rock the drug, like Coke.
Norman Rockwell, I should say, not Norman Rockefeller.
Oh yeah, Norman Crackwell or whatever.
Have you ever seen what Norman Rockwell looks like?
No. Do you think I bet he's pasty. And
he
I think he
looks
has
like
chubby
the most
cheeks that are
gossipy.
rosy.
He looks like the most gossipy queen. I'm sad he's not allowed to enjoy this period of American pop culture because he would. He
does. It. Okay, this is his picture. I just looked it up. This is him.
He's like, what do you think about Teresa? I love her. You like her? I love her.
I feel like he says things like, this painting was based on my mother. Mother?
I don't watch Miami. It's just too much for me. I stick with New Jersey. That's what I watch. But Miami's really good. I know it's really good, but I just can't do it.
I feel like you're right that Norman Rockwell skips Miami.
He does. He does.
He's like,
but
I watched it. I never saw anyone handling a large turkey before on a holiday, and it just didn't seem like my kind of America.
But then when you
I'm looking at all his famous pictures, and there's like a lady handling one of the biggest turkeys I've ever seen on a holiday.
But then when you ask him about well, who's your favorite? Do you like Jennifer Aiden? He goes, honestly, I'm a few seasons behind, but I love Kathy Wakile. And I'm like, okay, Norman Rockwell, you don't even watch this show anymore.
Yeah, he would say like Jersey, and then he'd be like, but I'll tell you something. I have my doubts about this Danielle girl.
Can you believe they're bringing her back?
Like Cabral? What do you mean? She has a temp. No, her name's not Cabral. She's not blonde. What's her name? You're talking about the original Danielle, sir. You don't even watch this Norman, you fucking phony. I need to watch What Happens Live. I need it. I need it for my book sales. Shut up.
That Andy Cohen is so funny. Do you ever talk to him? Like, okay, Norman, just move on.
Speak of the devil. Andy Cohen, what? Ding, ding, ding. Okay, so let's get some other news. That I don't have prepared, of course. I just start saying ding, ding, ding about things, and then I don't follow through. I'm like the worst bell. Okay, I'm opening this. This is Andy Cohen was cleared. Now, guys, this is Deadline. Oh, you'll be redirected back to your article in 10 seconds. Guys, Houston Film Commission. Houston is for everybody. Let's all go to Houston, shall we? Houston, what a glorious city. Okay, we can look at the article now. First of all, Andy's serious picture in this article is like this. He's like the anti-Norman Rockwell. He's like, so Andy Cohen will be a happy man today. He was cleared of all wrongdoing. Outside investigators. Who are these outside investigators? You can't just say somebody is cleared and then not list who cleared them. Who's outside investigators? Were they outside when they investigated? Get the fuck out of here. Fucking Kyle's producer on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. What's his name? What's that guy's name? Sourface. Alex Baskin. He's like,
yeah.
Hi. Let's have an after show. Sheena, you've been accused of not caring enough about Ariana. How do you feel about that? I feel like you care. I feel like you care, Sheena. I feel like you do. That's Alex Baskin. I think he was the outside investigator. I need a name of an outside investigator. Not that I think
Caroline
Andy's
Stanbury.
guilty.
Who here has been assaulted by Andy Cohen? I have. Well, you're stupid. You've been cleared, Andy.
Yeah, it's just one of those HR things. Like, HR has investigated and found that HR is not guilty of HR violations. Like, thanks, HR. But we did it while we were standing outside, which makes it completely above board.
But yeah, he is. He has been exonerated. And Andy Cohen is. And then, like, immediately, there was like an article in the Hollywood Reporter that was like all about Andy Cohen. It was like they clearly had it like waiting to go. Like, are we cleared to post this yet? Has he been cleared yet? Can we now post this? It was like the moment they were like, Andy Cohen is exonerated. Like, they didn't even finish saying exonerated. It was like, here's a profile on Andy Cohen and why he's so great.
Yeah. And also, let's announce the entire season of Renewals, everybody. Where is that? Andy responded. There was another article right before this happened where Andy's like, I am so disappointed in this allegation. But, it is what it is. He doesn't talk like that. I'm disappointed in the allegation, but truth will show her pretty face one of these days, and I'm going to slap her right on the ass and say, thanks, truth. Nothing inappropriate here. You want to do some coke? Just kidding.
I stand in my truth. So
okay, I'm looking up this. I'm swallowing very loudly today. I don't know why, but I can hear myself swallowing. Maybe I need more liquids. Go ahead, Ben.
Well, I was going to say, let me pull up what Andy's big response is. He had this whole article, and there were a lot of blurbs, a lot of photos of him in sort of like this shirtless thing, not shirtless, sleeveless top. But he's like, it was hurtful, but I have no regrets. It's actually a very long article, and I did not have the patience to read the whole thing.
This is why we're never going to have a real news show. We can't even get through fucking headlines on this show.
I'm like Kyle Richards. I'm like, well, he did say something. I remember reading that he did say something along the lines of like, the accusations that Bravo uses liquor to get drama, and he's like, what? We have so many sober people. But he's like, he's like, we don't need to gin up drama. Have you seen Ramona Singer on a random Tuesday at 1 p.m.? I'm like, yes, she's probably drunk. Whoa, Andy, so good to see you here at 9 p.m. in St. John's. It's like, it's 1 p.m. in New York, Ramona. But he's basically like Lisa Rinna. Lisa Rinna doesn't need a glass of rosé in order to tell you exactly how she's feeling. Margaret Josephs only drinks Diet Coke and is a truth getter wherever she goes. I don't think Teresa Giudice would say that it was red wine that caused her to flip that table. We start filming reunions at 6 a.m. for goodness sake.
Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm opening this. I'm sorry I'm not playing with you. It's because I'm trying to figure out how links work on the internet.
What link are you trying to open
very
up
hard.
about the
I
renewals?
would like to put in a request to Al Gore to make this less confusing for me, okay? I just don't understand. It's hard. It's hard for me.
Yeah.
Okay, Hollywood Reporter. So many Real Housewives returning to Bravo. NBC Universal's cable network set their lineups for 2024-25 with a host of unscripted titles and a sole new scripted series on Sci-Fi. Sci-Fi? Get the fuck out of my Bravo news, please.
I know.
Where's Bravo? Bravo's sole new series. So this is their new show. It is called Making It in Manhattan. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's about a group of friends, some from well-known families, others looking to make their own names in New York. It's also developing a show with the working title On Safari, a below-deckish concept following the guys who work for a luxury tour company in South Africa. Okay. Chrissy Teigen is among the executive producers of the latter project.
Well, I don't know about that Chrissy Teigen element, but I do really enjoy when Bravo sticks young people into a city and is like, this is what the young urban experience is like. And, Real Girlfriends in Paris, Gallery Girls, those are two of my favorite, one season wonders. So I'm hoping that we can do it again with the Making It show.
Yeah, they only have to make one season. We'll love it. That's all we really need. That's all Bravo's going to give them anyway. So
yeah, they're only going to get one. Let's be honest.
So as far as Real Housewives, new seasons of the franchise's shows set in Atlanta, Beverly Hills, Miami, New York City, Orange County, Potomac, and Salt Lake City will premiere in 2024 to 25 season. Dates have yet to be announced. Bravo has also renewed Watch What Happens Live, which will mark its 15th anniversary later this year, along with Vanderpump Rules offshoot The Valley, Married to Medicine, Top Chef, Southern Charm, Southern Hospitality, and Below Deck. No news of Summer House, either Summer House, which is odd.
Well, no, Summer House was renewed. I just saw that. Summer House was renewed because it was super successful this year. I wonder if Summer House Martha's Vineyard is not getting renewed just yet because the season is still happening. So maybe they're on the bubbles. On the bubble. Not they're on the bubbles.
Well, it was getting really shit not reviews. Ratings. It was at like 200,000, like a little bit above 200,000, which is rough. But it rose. This week it was almost at 300,000. So I mean, that's a pretty good rise in the past couple of weeks.
This week was good.
Hopefully they'll keep that one going. I enjoy that show. So hopefully they'll keep that going.
I was actually curious to know about Below Deck because we're so confused about what's going on with the different Below Deck spin-offs, like which ones are actually coming back, but I haven't been able to find any information about that. I do know one show that's actually not being renewed, which I think a lot of us suspected was going to happen, but like they were trying to act like it was not. It was going to get definitely another season. But the show that's not being renewed is the PK and Dorit show, which we haven't even talked about, which is that over the weekend they dropped the news that we just knew was going to happen. PK and Dorit officially separating. But for the sake of the children and for the sake of being good parents, we're going to be in separate houses and we're going to co-parent. So were you shocked by this at all, Ronnie? The PK and Dorit news?
We as a couple have been the subject to a lot of speculation about our marriage. We've had our struggles over the last few years to continue to work through them as two people who love each other and share two amazing children together. To safeguard our deep friendship and maintain a harmonious environment for our children, we have made the mutual and difficult decision to take some time apart and reevaluate our relationship. I blame this on 3 men who followed me through a home goods. I mean a Walmart. I mean a bank. No, I'm not. I'm shocked that they're splitting, but then I realized, they're doing this the first week of shooting. So no, I'm not shocked at all.
Right. That is so funny that they dropped this the very first week. So that means that the season can open up with like Kyle Richards gasping into her phone and calling Erica, be like, "Did you see this? I just read this right now. Can you believe it? I didn't even know. Like, she didn't even tell me." It's like we're so disconnected that like I had to find out about this on the internet.
I had to find out about this through Morgan. Please, somebody ask me if I'm a lesbian. Nobody. We were in bed. Were we having sex? I don't know. Is anybody going to ask? Anybody? Mauricio moved out and got an apartment, apparently, on that show. I don't know. Why don't I believe any of it? Normally, my big allegation is that everybody's faking marriages for these shows, not faking divorces. Now it's like we've really come full circle when I'm accusing everybody of faking a divorce, but I just don't believe any of these breakups.
Yeah.
I still don't believe the Kyle one, and look how far that's gone. It's just so ingrained in the TV pop culture. Like everything's so calculated to get ratings here and get ratings, and it worked. I mean, everybody watched the Netflix one, except I think we're the only people who didn't watch that Netflix show.
I heard
a lot of people watched it.
I heard season 2 was great. But I just never got around to watching it.
I do not believe you people. You're the same people who told me Vanderpump Villa was great. Okay, I'm considering the source, internet.
That is true. And there we go. But I think that this divorce is real. I mean, considering that he spent most of last season in London and she was like crying out for help from him. And he was like, "Babe, sorry, babe, but got to be in London. You know, we've got someone from season 3 of Love Island's going to do a swing row for Peter Pan on ice. So we've got to be there to make sure the transition's good, babe." And so it seemed like he didn't want to be home. I personally think that the home invasion, like, it messed up that marriage. I think that like she was really traumatized, and I think that he was like, it scared him. I think like it fucked him up. Like he probably has issues about like, well, I wasn't there, or he's like not comfortable dealing with like emotions and therapy and stuff like that. And so it just makes him very uncomfortable when she's like crying and going through this stuff that he just wants to be away from it, but she needs him to be closer. But the more she needs him to be closer, the more he wants to pull away, yada, yada, yada. It was never going to last.
I believe nothing I see of those two. I think they're both full of shit. I think they're a house of lies. I don't believe it. When Dorit came back with her whole, and then I was followed by 3 men who stole $10,000 from me. And 1 minute the story is she was in a Target or wherever, a Home Goods or Marshalls or whatever. And then the first minute it was she was somewhere. And then the next time that she told the story, she was in the Marshalls. Like she's like clearly full of shit. And I don't believe anything that comes out of their mouths anymore. But I do love them both on the show. I think they're so funny, at least to make fun of, they're funny. I don't know that they do that much on the show that's great, but their constant lying is good. And the rumors of her being out of the show really depressed me, not only because I like to make fun of her, but because I want to see them go down. I mean, their first season on this show, when they were talking about their bankruptcy, well, they weren't talking about it, but the blogs and everything, Social Media was talking about their bankruptcy of $11 million and Paul moving to the States to avoid all the creditors and all of this stuff, and then them spinning lies season after season, these fucking grifters and con men. Do you remember a couple of seasons ago when they finally, the producers were asking them about all this gossip and stuff, and they started like eating potato chips really loudly and crinkling the bag, and so that they couldn't use the footage, and they used it anyway. I mean, those two are such fucking grifters and shysters, and they cannot leave this show until they are caught doing something. I don't expect them to be caught doing everything, because it's Bravo. Nobody ever really gets their just desserts. Mm-hmm. But God, I want them to be caught doing something, okay?
I mean, I do think their timing is always very peculiar. It is like that. It is amusing to me that they make this announcement the first week of filming. They probably would say, well, it's going to be discussed on the show, so we thought we'd get ahead of the story. But it's still like the first week of filming, and they've had other moments like that. Like that's the story about like getting robbed in Big Lots or wherever they were. Like it also was like things just sometimes just don't add up with them. But
never. Their bank accounts, nothing adds up. And I'll tell you this much, PK, this is not a time to be running from a relationship. You look like the universe took a big poo and is using you to wipe. PK looks terrible. He looks unhealthy. He looks like he needs dialysis.
He looks like he needs
severe dehydration help. I mean, poor guy.
Take my dialysis away, ladies and gentlemen. Berlin.
Yeah, now's not the time to run, PK. Okay, now's the time to appreciate what you've got. All right. So yeah, I don't believe it, and I wish those two. I was gonna say I wish those two all the best. I wish those two all the best in prison one day when they finally go there. Cannot wait to see the road to prison. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll be watching. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, my friends. All right, is there anything else on here? Oh my God, did you see this Gretchen Mother's Day post on?
Oh no,
on Instagram.
I'm opening it up right now. I'm opening it.
Okay, so Gretchen for Mother's Day. First of all, beautiful little daughter, you know. So she's got this cutie kid, looks just like her, and Slade, which is, you know. I mean, it is what it is. What are you going to do? So, and she's like an adorable little girl, but you do see the Slade. You know what I mean?
You do.
So it's not that there's anything wrong with her except that, which I guess is a big thing, but it's not her fault. We'll make fun of her when she's older. But for now, super cute girl, didn't do anything wrong except be born to Slade. I mean, it's not her fault, again, unless we choose. It could have been her fault if she chose this in heaven. I'm not saying you do. What do I know? But it could be her fault. But for now, let's just focus on the video. So Gretchen made this Mother's Day video. She takes her kid. They put on matching dresses because she is very of the school, the Danielle Cabral school of bougie-licious. What's her thing called?
Bougie babies of Jersey.
Bouge-tacular.
Bouge-tacular.
So,
yeah,
whatever that is. So yeah, she's in a matching flower dress, and they're walking in slow motion, and like princess music is playing, and they've taken a horse and they've taped unicorn wings onto the horse, and then the daughter is like petting the unicorn lovingly, and then the daughter's on top of the unicorn hugging it from above and petting it lovingly, and then Gretchen's standing kind of at a tree like, aren't we just the same, and aren't we gorgeous? And then she walks to the little girl and she pets the little girl as the little girl pets the horse. I mean, it's just so Gretchen. She's creating a fucking monster. Okay.
Yeah.
Fast forward 30 years to that kid for getting fired for orchestrating scenes on top of Wells Fargo buildings, with helicopters coming in to propose.
I just don't understand what this video is supposed to be saying. Is it like, Gretchen, is it Happy Mother's Day to me?
She's like, look, I'm a mother.
But what's weird is that like you would think it would be all about the child, but then like what will happen is it'll be the kid with this unicorn, which, let's be honest, is like a donkey with a horn attached to it. And then Gretchen it'll cut to Gretchen alone on camera, and she just looks at the camera like, look what I did. However. I mean, if you want to talk about wasting, $10,000, just watch this video. What is I want to listen to the audio. Ooh, with creepy ass music. What is this?
So it's like princess music. It's like video game approaching the castle music.
It's like vague. So what's funny is it's like vaguely like medieval music, like a little bit of a pipe, like do 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 do. It's like that, but very slow. But then they're like walking up a trail. They're clearly like in a park in like Mission Viejo or something, and trying to pretend like it's the Middle Ages. It's like so you're in Southern California.
So funny. All right, everybody, we are going to move over to listener chat. We're going to chat with you guys here on Instagram Live. So that's going to end the audio portion for whoever is listening to this the next day or whenever you're listening to this on demand. Hi. If you want to watch this, obviously be on Instagram Live, or you can catch us on YouTube or our Watch What Crappens channel. We sure love you guys. Everybody on Instagram, stay tuned. We will still be here. We're not leaving. But everybody on YouTube, bye. Love you guys.
Bye,
Thanks
YouTubers.
For being with us. Bye.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King.
Ashley Savoni, she don't take no baloney.
Stroll in the park with Caitlin Clark.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela. Itchels. Aaron McNicholas, she don't miss no trickolas.
She's never scary. It's the Green Fairy.
Jamie, she has no last namey.
Hava Nagila Weber. Know your worth with Jason Kurth.
Sip some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's always supplying. It's Kelly Ryan.
Kristen the Piston Anderson. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. We want to hang with Liz Lang. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
The Bay Area Betches.
And our super premium sponsors.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
We forever love Ava.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. We got our wish, it's Jen Plish.
She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch.
She's a little bit loony. Junie. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo. We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley.
Let's go on a bender with Lauren Fender. The incredible edible Matthews sisters.
Give him hell, Miss Noel.
Ring that bell for Rachel.
She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke. Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony.
Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.
Hey Prime members, you can listen to Watch What Crappens ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the Amazon Music app today. Or you can listen ad-free with Wondery Plus in Apple Podcasts. Before you go, tell us about yourself by completing a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.
I'm Shimol Yai, and I have a new podcast called The Competition. Every year, 50 high school senior girls compete in a massive scholarship competition.
I wouldn't say I have an ego problem, but I'm extremely competitive.
All of the competitors are used to being the best and the brightest, and they're all vying for a huge cash prize.
This will probably be the most intense thing you've ever gone through in your life.
I remember that feeling because I was one of them. I lost. But now I'm coming back as a judge and also a kind of teen girl anthropologist. Because if you want to understand what it's like to be a young woman in America today, the competition's not a bad place to start.
Hopefully, no one will die on stage tonight.
From Pineapple Street Studios and Wondery, this is The Competition. Follow The Competition on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen to The Competition early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus.
I'm Elena, an autopsy technician.
And I'm Ash, a hairstylist.
And we just love swapping stories about all of the morbid things that fascinate us.
And if you do too, join us on our podcast, Morbid. It's a safe space to let your weirdo flag fly.
On Morbid, we cover dark historical events, sinister science, unnerving paranormal events, and sordid high society murders.
We also dive deep into the most notorious crimes in history.
Our podcast is grounded in rigorous and painstaking research. We're also not afraid to read a
Yeah. We keep it weird because a dash of snark is necessary to get through grotesque true tales of demented minds.
So follow Morbid on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen to Morbid early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus.